Do you ever feel like no matter what you do, it's never enough? Like you're constantly chasing for approval through likes, comments, and compliments just to feel worthy for a few seconds before it fades again? I get it because I've been there. But what most people don't tell you is that the moment you stop chasing validation, external validation, and start building it within yourself, your whole entire life changes. In this video, we'll be talking about how to build real self-worth and stop seeking external validation so you can finally feel enough on your own. We live in a world that rewards performance. You get a good grade, people praise you. You post something, people like it. You do something different, people judge you, right? And so slowly, without even realizing, your brain starts to learn something dangerous, which is, oh, well, my value depends on how others see me. But that's the biggest lie that you'll ever be told or believe. Because when your worth comes from other people's opinions, you'll spend your entire life trying to please everyone and lose yourself in the process. Validation feels good and it gives you a temporary sense of control. But once someone disapproves of you, that control disappears and you start questioning who you are again, because you don't even know who you are, because you've built your worth and built opinions of other people on how they feel about you to the point where you don't even know who you are. And so this cycle will keep on repeating over and over again until you realize that the only way out is to start building validation internally and stop seeking out external validation. So what is self-worth really? It isn't that hard to quite understand, but it isn't confidence, and it's not about thinking that you're better than everyone else, because we're all equal, right? No one is actually better than anyone else. We're all human. But self-worth is that quiet knowing that you're enough, even if you fail, even if you're doubted, even if you're unseen. It's understanding that your value doesn't increase just because you succeed, and it doesn't decrease just because you fail, right? Think of it like this. If your phone has a crack on the screen, it still works, right? Yeah, it still works. And you're the same. Your mistakes, your insecurities, your past, it doesn't make you less worthy. It just makes you human. We all make mistakes. We all have different pasts, and we all have felt insecure at some point, and that's just what makes us human. The truth is, validation can feel like love, but is it really love? It's not love, it's approval. And approval is from other people, right? It's outsourced. And so approval can disappear the moment you stop meeting someone else's expectations of you, which is bound to have it happen one day, right? And so when you build your worth on validation, you give people power over your emotions. They literally control how you feel about yourself, whether you're angry, sad, happy. They control it. They have power over your emotions. One mean comment, one ignored message, one person leaving, and suddenly you start doubting everything about yourself. The reason why so many people feel lost is because they've built their identity around what others think of them, not around who they actually are. Okay, but how do you actually rebuild your self-worth? The first thing I want you to do is stop outsourcing your validation, right? Stop putting things out there for people to validate you for. Stop telling people about your achievements, right? The next time you achieve something, resist the urge to tell everyone. Don't post it and don't tell anyone. Just sit with yourself, sit with it. Give a moment to yourself to feel proud of yourself, to actually process the achievement, right? You don't need everyone to see it for it to be real. And so reward yourself internally. Every day, think of 3 things that you're genuinely proud of yourself for. Not for social media, but do it just for you. The second thing is keep promises to yourself. Every time you promise yourself that you're going to do something and you don't do it, you lose trust in yourself. Self-trust is so important because self-trust is literally the foundation of self-worth. Every time you say, I'm going to wake up early or I'm going to start that project, and you actually do it, your brain sends a signal to you saying, I can rely on me, that you are reliable, right? And so that's how you build inner confidence, not from likes, but from discipline. And self-trust is literally the first thing that self-worth requires. So it's a necessity. You need to have it because it's the foundation of it, right? And so you'll realize that slowly, without realizing, you'll notice that your need for external validation, for others' approvals, it fades away because you started approving of yourself. Start small. Be the kind of person who follows through, not just makes empty promises. And so the last thing I want you to do is to redefine what's enough. What does enough mean? Ask yourself this: when will I finally feel enough? When I have a certain number of followers? When someone compliments me? When I achieve this goal? Here's the secret. You decide exactly when you feel enough, right? Because everyone thinks that feeling enough is a destination, like it's the end goal, but feeling enough, that decision is made on a daily basis, right? And so you can, of course, still want to improve, achieve, and grow, but do it because you love yourself, not because you're trying to prove something, you know? I mean, when you do things from love and not lack, it's so much better. Do it because you love yourself, not because you're lacking something or you're trying to prove something, right? When you do things from love, it feels so much lighter, right? And so, and once you stop chasing validation and start chasing purpose. And what I want you to remember from this video and take from this video is that you don't need to be seen to be valued. You don't need to be praised to be worthy, and you don't need anyone's permission to love yourself, right? And so the day you stop seeking external validation and start validating yourself is the day you become free. You seeing this video isn't a coincidence. In fact, it's a reminder to stop trying to prove your worth and start believing in it. You are enough, and you always have been.